What's up guys, Quality Reps here, back with another one. Today we're going to be doing a spine and back stretch. This is to be done after training, guys. This is an intense stretch. It's meant to be done in an intense way, so you want to do it while you're very, very warm. We're going to start with forward fold. So standing in a nice upright position, legs together, we're just going to fold forward. And for this one, I want you to, you can have your legs bent. Basically, I want you to be focused on spinal flexion here and not getting the leg stretch from having straight legs. So bending your legs, getting your stomach to your quads and your head to your knees, folding forwards. This is a great stretch to be done. You can bust that one out anywhere. That one's really good for day to day. Now transitioning onto your back, we're going to work on shoulder stand and plow. So assume shoulder stand for 2 to 3 breaths here. Using your triceps as a base, you want to kick your feet up directly into the air. And then from there, if you can't do that, you can start with putting your legs up the wall and doing the same motion, just trying to keep your butt as high as you can up the wall. And if you can do shoulder stand, it's time to start getting to that next level and practice plow. So if your back won't let you do plow, try to get your knees to your ears and just chill there. But if you can do plow, try and get your feet further and further down past your head. Kicking back up into shoulder stand now and slowly letting yourself down. Nice little spine roll there. Coming up onto your elbows, releasing your head back down for fish pose. Fish is very underrated, guys. Super good for your back, super good for your head, neck, sinuses, the whole thing. So just relax, find that peace, deep breaths. Slowly transition out of it onto your front. We're gonna get into a nice, intense child's position stretch. So I really want you to push this child's position here. This is the time to make those gains in child's position. Really march those hands forward, grab the ground, wiggle those hands forward, get that butt all the way to the heels, guys. That's a must for this posture. Feet together, knees to the corners of the mat, but your butt is on your heels and you're just reaching those hands forward. Always more forward, 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 forward. Now we're going to transition into puppy, which is basically the same as child's pose, except your legs are at a 90-degree angle off the ground from your knee. So your knee is coming right back up. You want it to be totally parallel to the ground. You're just getting that nice back stretch. Focus on trying to get your shoulders to the ground here. Nice back stretch, keeping your arms nice and active. Now we're going to transition into a back bend. So coming up onto your stomach, there's a couple different variations here. So at first, if you want to just bring your legs up and your arms back, just like this I'm doing right now here in the video, that's a great place to start. Work on your back bend, and eventually you can bring your feet back to your hands, grab your hands, and then kick back with your feet to get a bigger stretch. You really want to start to get those feet parallel to the ground. So you want your shins to be parallel to the ground. That's the perfect bow pose. So this is bow, and the easier variation is called locust. Great for your spine, back health, and great stretch. You're also going to get a bit of quad stretch here with bow. Transitioning up and around, back on to the other side, onto your butt. We're going to be working on our bridge pose now. So starting with simple bridge, if that's where you're at. If you can do simple bridge for the whole minute, then moving on into the more advanced full bridge pose. I highly recommend this for calisthenics athletes and athletes in general to work on your bridge. It's usually neglected with a lot of people. Rear delt, back mobility, lower back mobility, hip mobility. This one is very underrated. Really, really, really good for you. And the progression is simple. You just go from that nice, here's that nice transition out of it too. You want to go slowly down, You just work on that bridge, that simple bridge, and slowly you'll get gains for your full bridge. So now, getting into a nice twist. So one leg is going to go on the ground in front of you, the other one's going to twist around. You're going to put your hand on the inside of your knee and twist in that direction using your arm as a lever. The cue for this is to look further when you're doing this, trying to use your gaze as a cue, your periphery. You're always trying to look a little bit farther, and that's going to turn your head, which is going to turn the rest of your spine around in the correct way. Just relaxing, exhaling, trying to get a little bit further every time. And switch. So switching the legs, top one goes down, bottom one goes over. The other leg comes around, other arm comes to the knee, and twisting around. Just a nice twist. Remember, trying to use your vision, twisting your head, keeping your back straight, using your arms as balance, and also as leverage to twist. Coming out onto your feet now for the final posture, we're going to be practicing our eagle. So at first, I really want you to get the eagle arms perfectly done. So coming out at 90-degree angles, straight out from your body and then straight up into the air, you're going to take the one arm, go underneath, and then up and around and clasp your hands together. Once you can do this for the full minute, you can start to add in the proper twist, which is when you take the same leg that's as the arm that's underneath, putting it over the other quad, and it's a similar clasp, taking it around the calf and then squatting down to parallel. Going for the other side now, shaking it out a little bit. That one's a pretty deep stretch. So arms up, right in front of you. Remember guys, the most important part of this movement is that the arms are right in front of you. It's directly coming out like you're throwing a jab or a cross. It's perfectly out in front of you, 90 degrees, and then 90 degrees up, clasping around. Make sure that you have that clasp in your arms first. That's much more important for stretching the back. The legs are ancillary. It just makes it a little bit more of a twist and a more difficult asana for meditation purposes, essentially. All right, and that is the back stretch for today. I'm gonna hit one last forward fold here. Nice deep dive into the fold. Another good thing to do after you train your pull day, your pulling strength, do a couple of wrist circles, you know what I mean? Little wrist stretch. Really important to take care of your grip. Your grip, especially for pulling movements, is, super limiting factor. Damn, that boy's shredded. Anyways, I hope you guys had a great stretch. I hope you guys learned something from that. Really great for progressing, those pull gains, getting that nice mobility, making sure that you got strength in those different ranges of motion. I hope you enjoyed. I'm proud of you for getting to the end of the video, man. Thank you for watching. Share with your friends who are calisthenics, doing those pull-ups, push-ups. You might be rowing in a boat, muscle-ups. You name it, man. I got the mobility for ya. Take care. Peace.